Hakeem Olajuwon taking shots at Joel Embiid, his hero.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not about this at all.
So anyone that didn't see this, Olajuwon on Embiid, he's got all the moves, but leveraging the moves is different. Why would he be shooting threes? And then later, he just praises his, I'm going to say his, not mortal enemy, I would probably say his biggest rival in the NBA, Hakeem Olajuwon on Jokic. His shot, his fakes, they are very difficult to time. You don't know when he's faking and when it's real. He has tricks. He's the one. So to provide a little context in this was an article by Sports Illustrated, basically talking about the death of the post player, the death of post play. So who do you go to when you want to talk about the death of post play? You go to all the way down to some remote area outside of Houston. You go to Hakeem Olajuwon to really go over it. It's just diabolical to that, Joel Embiid got a tape from his coach and used to watch it. He said like 6 out of the 7 days of the week, he used to watch just Hakeem Olajuwon moves all the time. And then this guy, his hero, just comes out and be like, yeah, well, your fiercest rival is actually way better than you. But like, I don't really believe this, because doesn't Joel Embiid do everything technically? Like,
yeah, I mean, he's become like a multi-level scorer over the years. I mean, he's extended his game like to the second level and the third level. I mean, he hits that face up like 10 to 12 footer like nobody else does. Yeah, and Embiid shoots like 3.2 threes a game, and
lowest of his career.
Jokic shoots like 2.3 or something. It's like the difference really is negligible. So if you look at like how frequently Joel gets to the line and the work that he does when he is down there. I mean, is anybody really doing more in and around the paint than he is this year? So
he's getting to the line 12 times a game. Like,
yeah, I mean, those are like historic rates too. I know they call fouls differently now than they did back then, but we were saying this, I think, on a show a couple months ago. But you go through the years, like the rate that like Giannis and Joel Embiid and all those guys are getting to the line now. I mean, like Shaq was really the only person who ever did that over the years, like averaged double-digit free throw attempts per game
except he shot like 40% from the line. Like that's the thing about it. Like here's what I don't get. I mean, the guy's got the most 40-point games in the NBA this year. He's averaging 33 a game. I don't think he averages 33 a game in the post. And if you want to criticize him on his threes, he's shooting it at 35%. So that's like almost it's right outside the top 100 in the NBA. And then you look at him, and his second leading scorer and his third leading scorer, they go out for a month, and they're sitting at the third seed right now, and they're playing well. I don't know if people are bought in. I don't blame them if they're not bought in. The Eagles are obviously in the playoffs. I don't think people will really buy in until the Eagles are out. But sit down and watch a game. Next game, it's a boring brand of basketball, but it's a different team this year. Like it's a lot of fun guys. Like not even just your Hardens and your Embiids. Like Maxi's obviously fun. D'Anthony Melton's fun. PJ Tucker, not so fun. But Shake Milton's been playing well. Like where he usually have like a drop in production and everything. When his role was diminished, he's just a great bench scorer. Maxi's coming off the bench now. He doesn't love it, but he's being a team player about it. He had a great quote about it. I really just don't understand. Like it continues to feel like this Embiid stuff, and maybe when he wins and makes it past the second round, it'll diminish. But like this Embiid stuff, they continue just to push the goalpost back, and the criticisms are always there and everything. And I don't understand it, especially because he murdered Jokic in terms of post points last year. I think he had 112 more points in the past than Jokic last year, and then since the 2019 season, Embiid's been the leader in post points over Jokic. I just don't understand how. I mean, maybe Hakeem seemed like he didn't love Joel's post moves. Like he thinks his post moves aren't any good.
Well, what is he looking like? Like what is he looking for? Is he looking for like a clinical drop step on the low block? Like what the fuck are these people? It sounds like Olajuwon is doing a WIP call here. Embiid's got to get his fat ass on the low block. I mean, he's like a generational talent. He doesn't need to be just dumped the ball on the low block.
At one point, he was quoted, he was watching Giannis, and he said Giannis spun baseline. No, he spun baseline on his right foot, dunked it, and I think he got the foul.
Yeah.
And he was quoted being like, well, people are going to start playing him on his right. He's got to learn how to go off his left foot. and it'll be more of a it'll be a better move. I was just thinking to myself, but like he just went right and he dunked it and got the and one. Like he
You know
did
who
his
had
job.
amazing footwork in on
Kevin
the low
McHale,
block? Yeah, and Jahlil Okafor, who
really?
that's, like, all he could do, right? I mean, it's like it's anachronistic, right? These people are trying to place in the modern day game stuff that was, prevalent in their game. It's not like a low block, I'm gonna give you post moves kind of league anymore.
Yeah,
So the fact that Embiid and Jokic are what they are in an NBA that is largely perimeter based is amazing,
yeah.
you know? I mean, it's about shooting. It's about ISO and pick and roll, right? I mean, that's what a lot of the game is now, especially in the playoffs where you're hunting matchups and you're looking to stress defenses and exploit lineups and matchups and trying to put guys in pick and rolls and whatever. I mean, that's largely was Harden's game for forever, was just give me a switch and I'll take this guy, or we're going to put him in the blender and put him in the pick and roll, and we'll take advantage of it, right? So I don't know what these guys are looking for. We all see what the offense looks like when they just dump it to Embiid over and over and over and over again. It's like it's just not that.
Yeah.
That's not the modern day NBA. They want to get it back to the days of like dudes just bludgeoning each other,
Well,
under the basket, and it's just not it anymore. So people who watch that era of NBA, if anything, they should be able to appreciate what the bigs are doing now.
yeah.
Right? You would think. Like,
You nailed it on the head. You see what Jahlil Okafor was great in the post. Where's Jahlil Okafor right now? He's out of the league.